Hello and good evening, folks. We are here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, at Adobe Systems Arena. The Ottawa Mounties get ready to welcome in their international foes, the New York Empire. So two teams get ready in their warm-ups. We are now ready to go at center ice. Marco Laflamme against Cesar Clarkson. And we are off and running. New York wins the opening draw. Ottawa gets the takeaway, enters the zone. Ottawa shot on net, stopped there by Rask. No hold right there. Face-off coming to the right of Ellis Rask here. So we're still under 20 seconds into the game here. Face-off coming. It'll be won by New York once again. Sly Kovalov gets to the blue line and flips it in. Puck is picked up in the opposite corner by Kazimir Blaha. He'll get it over to Marco Laflamme to Franks. Franks pressed to the boards there by Ryba. Puck is free. Ryba up to Clarkson. Down low. Kovalov kicked away. Cameron Vandelar in net for the Mounties. And Marco Laflamme gets it away to Breckenridge. Now Breckenridge knocked off his stick. Puck disrupted there. Now Heinonen. He'll into the zone. Rayo Heinonen. Puck goes deep. It'll be Marco Laflamme on it. Laflamme looking to get up ice. He'll get to the red line. Cross the blue line. Into the middle. Stopped there by Rask, and he'll stick it aside. Heinonen to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov up to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck gets it taken away off his stick. Now back to Westbrook. Over to Kuznetsov. He's unable to get a shot away as Franks will take it away for Ottawa. Laflamme tries to flip it up ice, and now he finally will be able to get it to Vico. Over to Bobby McNevin, across the red line. McNevin retreats in the neutral zone at the dots, and now he'll get up ice, gets it to Sundstrom. Sundstrom with the takeaway there from Barron. Paul goes cross ice to Hollenbeck. Now New York on the attack. We'll turn it over there in the neutral zone. Back on the stick of New York. It'll be Westbrook into the zone, and he'll be knocked aside by a few Mounties. Steven Armando gets it up to Sundstrom. Sundstrom tries to flip a Yui in the offensive zone, and he's belted there. Sebastian Nash flips it in. Puck is loose behind the Ottawa net. Frank's the first one on it. He's pestered there by Michelson. Michelson with another couple knocks there, and puck is loose. Paul flips it down to Nash. Down behind the net to DiFolino. Oh, he tried to filter it through to the front to Nash, and it was knocked away. So great opportunity there for the Empire, but goes for naught. Slavic with it behind his own net for Ottawa. Gets it up to McNevin. McNevin now enters the zone. We approach 6 minutes gone here. Oh, looking for it. In front, and they score. It'll be Steven Armando able to take that puck away in the offensive zone and then tucks it past Ellis Rask, the New York netminder. So Ottawa with the early lead here at home. Steven Armando with the first goal of the game here tonight. Alois Woodard for Ottawa now. Comes up from behind his net. Goes across ice to Schneider. Puck gets knocked away, and now it's McIntyre with it for New York at center ice. He'll into the zone. Flip it back to Bowden. Goes back to the point with Romainders, and he'll flip it down. Intercepted there by Schneider. Now Ottawa comes the other way. Sharev shoots way wide of the net. Alexander Vesla, shot blocked there, and Rask will get control of that one. A big hit there as McIntyre's very slow to get up. As he skates gingerly to the bench, and he'll head back to the dressing room. So that might be the night for Mike McIntyre, that fourth line center for the Empire. Face off now, Schneider against Clarkson. It'll be won by Ottawa and Schneider. Puck loose there at the boards. Marlon Crew, the defenseman for New York, able to get it away. Ryba knocked off there by Belay. Puck is still loose, and it'll come out of the Ottawa zone. Jamie Ryba looks to re-enter. Gets over to Kovalov. Kovalov to the corner. Feeds it down front, and it's picked off by Belay. Bit of a weak pass there by Sly Kovalov. Puck will be flipped in. New York, the first one on it with Romainders. He'll get it up to Ryba. Jimmy Ryba up to Clarkson. Clarkson with speed. Looking to get around. He'll flip it in. Kovalov against Belay on the forecheck. They'll battle for it along the boards, and Belay able to kick it free to a teammate in Tony McNeil. McNeil across the blue line gets it up to Knowles. Knowles will continue to carry. He'll go to the corner now, try to flip it in front of puck is free now. Knowles shot, and it was deflected. Great reflexes there by Ellis Rask as he's able to get a glove on that and hold it there. .10:28 left here in the first. Ottawa with the first and only goal of the game so far, leading 1-0 on the Empire here at home. Kuznetsov across the red line, looks to enter the zone, he will. Kuznetsov skates to the boards, now looking to get it back to the middle. Gets to the front of the net, and a jam attempt is stopped there by Vandelar, and it'll hold right there. New York now with it in the offensive zone. Barron will be hit there by Shavkovsky, and they'll come away with it. Ottawa now with it. Breckenridge to the dots, now flips it back to Shavkovsky. Breckenridge in the high slot, knocked away. Vico with a rebound attempt, and it's denied by Rask. Vico tries to get to the front of the net. Puck is loose. Puck's still loose, and now New York will be able to get a handle on it and get it out. Gets it over to Westbrook. Tito Westbrook tries to get to the middle, and he's knocked off the puck. Good, clean hit there by a couple of Mounties. Puck now to Breckenridge. He'll lose the puck. It'll be Gottfried Hollenbeck on it. He'll go cross ice to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov looks to get it up ice. And he's hit hard there by Shavkovsky. Neil Barron with a good stretch pass to Westbrook. Westbrook in. And he shoots it just wide. Great opportunity for Tito Westbrook, but he's unable to get it on net there. Luke Schneider hit there at the red line by Hollenbeck. New York coming off their 10-goal outburst at home against Edmonton the other night. They now get on the road and see if they can duplicate that effort or even just do half of it. Might be enough to win the game here tonight. Heinonen in front, gloved by Vandelar. Great save. Puck sent up the boards, and now Ottawa able to get it out. Vesla feeds it over to Schneider. Schneider will dump it in. 6.5 left here in the first. Still 1-0. New York looking to get on the board here before the end of the first period. Kovalev tries to cut to the middle, and he's knocked off his stick there by Slavic. Tarev will retreat in his own zone, get to the corner, now flip it to the middle. Bobby McNevin with the puck, and he'll go on the attack for Ottawa. Heinonen pressed to the boards there. Heinonen tries to kick it free. It comes on net to Rask, and he'll hold right there. Face off to the right of Rask. Sundstrom wins it. Back to Franks, now Armando to Sundstrom. Behind the net, McNevin scores! So a great behind-the-net play there by Joachim Sundstrom. It'll be Bobby McNevin, the recipient there. So he gets the second Ottawa goal of the first period. We still have 5:28 left here. But Ottawa jumps out to an early lead. Ottawa, the bottom team in the league right now, sitting just at 4 points. They're next closest in that Canada division. And a good blocker save there by Rask. Next closest in the Canada division is Edmonton, and they sit now with 15, and they score again! Bobby McNevin this time. His second of the game. And you see the frustration there from the goaltender, Ellis Rask, unhappy with himself there. As he gives up another goal here in the first period. To this normally struggling Ottawa team. Puck sent across ice, it'll be Blaha. It has been all this second line here. Armando with the first one, and then McNevin with the last two. Normally you see that top line of Laflame and Breckenridge doing a lot of the scoring. Here it is, the second line tonight for Ottawa. See if they are able to control this game and keep the lead as we sit under 4 minutes left here in the first period. Still a lot of hockey left to play, and we've seen a lot of comebacks in the PIHANA season at the quarter point mark this season. Puck will be knocked away there. Blaha with it behind the net. He'll get it up to Knowles. Beck Knowles tries to get it out of the zone. He's pressed to the boards. Knowles will kick it back. Blaha tries to get up ice, and then Knowles will skate onto it for Ottawa. He'll get it up ice to McNeil. Picked off. Now Frank's back with it for Ottawa. Frank's with a chance. Feeds it back to Blaha down low. And it's picked off. They had a great opportunity. Couldn't quite tell which Mountie that was. Might have been Sundstrom. Low with an opportunity. McNeil with the puck. Enters the blue line and it's taken off his stick there. Victor Lindholm. Lindholm sticked away for a second. Lindholm skates to the corner for New York. Tries to get to the front of the net and it hits off a skate in front. It'll be taken away by Ottawa. McNevin looking for a hat trick here in the first period. McNevin, he scores and there it is! So Bobby McNevin, the rare first period hat trick here at home. He clangs that one off the iron and in. So Bobby McNevin, what a first period here for the Mounties fans and for that young man. Bobby McNevin, what a shot, fires it past Ellis Rask and makes it 4-0 with just a minute remaining here in the first period. Vico tries to get to the front of the net. He'll flip it to the corner. It'll get through LaFlame. Now LaFlame tries to get to the front of the net and it's picked off. New York needing some momentum here now. 30 seconds left here in the period. Trailing by 4 on the road here. Holding back. It will leave the zone. Bad play there by the defenseman. Feeds it up to Westbrook. Westbrook comes across and Belay will take it away with 4 seconds left here in the period. Breckenridge knocked away at the red line and LaFlame enters the zone, but that will do it for the first period. So a dominant performance by the Mounties and an absolutely historic performance so far from Bobby McNevin, the Ottawa Mountie, with the hat trick here in the first period. We're going to take our first intermission, folks. I'll be right back with you for the start of the second period from Adobe Systems Arena in Ottawa. Welcome back, folks, to Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I am Les Talk with you here as the Mounties, the last place Mounties, making a statement here against the Empire as they lead 4-0 after the first 20 minutes. New York only 4 shots on goal in that first period, seeing if they can get something going here. The one-timer by Kovalov is blocked in front, doesn't get on net. Ryba back to Hollenbeck, down low to Kovalov, and it's taken away by Blaha. Good defensive play by the defenseman there. Vico will exit the zone, tries to feed it up ice, and Kovalov will take it away. Kovalov pestered there at center ice, but now it's away to Clarkson. Clarkson off the post! Oh, and it's behind Vandelar, but he's able to get a pad on that and get the whistle. So Clarkson for New York able to skate down into that slot, but clangs it off that post to the right of Cameron Vandelar. Westbrook now against the flame in the dot. Westbrook wins it back, but Breckenridge will intercept. Breckenridge across the blue line, looking for a shot. And it's glove there by Rask, and he'll hold. Face off between Westbrook now and LaFlame. Here to the left of Ellis Rask. Westbrook able to block out LaFlame and then kick it back. New York trying to get out of the zone, and it'll be turned over there just outside the blue line. Breckenridge to Blaha to LaFlame. LaFlame will enter. He'll get it knocked off his stick by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov up to Westbrook, over to Heinonen. Heinonen now to Westbrook. Puck is knocked away, and it'll be Vico looking to skate away with it. LaFlame turns, gets it over to Blaha. Casimir Blaha up to Breckenridge. Alan Breckenridge stops, turns, now turns it over inside the Ottawa zone. Kuznetsov with it. He'll try to cut to the middle. It'll be knocked off his stick. LaFlame, a 2-on-1 here for Ottawa. Now a 3-on-2. LaFlame down to McNevin. Oh, and it's sticked aside by Rask. McNevin to the front to LaFlame. Flip to the front and it unable to get it on net there. McNevin now to LaFlame. Puck was way wide of the net. Probably deflected in front. Hollenbeck now for New York, able to get it away. 4 minutes gone here in the first period. Second period, my fault. With Ottawa leading 4-0 on the Empire here at Adobe Systems Arena in Ottawa. Sundstrom across the red line and flips it in. Hennanen with it. He'll look to get it up ice, gets it to Nash, gets it over to Michelson. Joseph Michelson just on sides. Turns back and gets it poked away there. Good defensive play. I believe that was Shavakowski with it. Shavakowski now has it on his stick. He'll feed it across to McNevin. The hat trick in the first period. The historic first period hat trick for Bobby McNevin. Sundstrom now walking down the slot. Oh, and it's just kicked aside by Rask. Good opportunity there for Joachim Sundstrom. In front to McNevin. He'll lose the puck there. Edmund Paul will rotate in his own zone. Get it over to DiFolino. DiFolino picked off by McNevin. McNevin on the attack looking for number 4. McNevin in. Feeds it back to Woodard. Shot just goes high. Good opportunity as Alois Woodard skating down the slot. Kovalov across the line. He'll stop there. DiFolino in front. Can't get a shot away. It'll be taken away by Belay. Sundstrom. Now Vesla. Alexander Vesla will turn, get it over to Belay. Peter Belay will skate all the way to his own corner. Pressed there by Kovalov. New York trying to dig it out. Ryba will have it. Ryba blockered away. Penalty coming up here against Ottawa. Kovalov in front. Stop there. And that'll be enough of a touch for Ottawa. So Joachim Sundstrom going to be guilty of a slash. It'll be the first penalty of the game here. The first power play for the Empire. As they trail by 4 at the moment. See if they can get this to a 3-goal lead on the power play here. So we'll skate down. Stay here in the Ottawa zone. We'll be to the right of Vandelar, the Ottawa netminder. It was tied up there, and now it's one back to Paul. New York with Holenbeck. Westbrook, stop there. Rebound is free. Westbrook, another chance. Can't get the shot away. Alexander Vesla now for Ottawa. Flip it all the way down. Looking to kill another 10 seconds or so off this power play clock. Clarkson tries to skate through to the center, and he's knocked off the puck there. Holenbeck up to Clarkson. He'll be knocked off his stick. Kazimir Blaha. Oh, what a big hit by Gottfried Holenbeck. He absolutely flattens Blaha there just as he entered the zone. Blaha now back into play. Westbrook over to Ryba. In front, and he shoots it just wide. Had Clarkson crash in the net. And now Clarkson with a chance. And it's a shoulder save there by Vandelar. Good pressure here from New York. Vandelar now with a glove save, and he'll keep play going. And they'll be able to get it out on the full 200 feet there. 30 seconds left here on the power play. So we sit with 11 minutes left here. Markov with the takeaway. Nico Markov feeds it back to Franks. Franks tries to feed it down, and he's hit hard there. Kovalov now away with 10 seconds left here. Kovalov to the front of the net. He scores! So just as the power play is winding down, Sly Kovalov picks his corner and flips it right by Cameron Vandelar to get the Empire on the board here. So Kovalov with the power play goal. Just under 11 minutes left here in the second period. We have the makings of what could be a hockey game. I'm not going to say it's a hockey game yet. If they can get it to 2, New York, then we got a hockey game. Right now, we just got the chance of a hockey game. Shot kicked away by Vandelar, and he'll have it underneath his pad and save it right there. Just over 10 minutes left here. Approaching the halfway point of this game and the period. Nash against Sundstrom. Sundstrom with the penalty taken moments ago to get New York back in this game. Sundstrom wins it back to Shavakowski. Slavic over to Sundstrom. Sundstrom will look to go on the attack. He'll turn in his own zone. And now we'll flip it cross ice to McNevin, who goes back cross ice to Armando. Sundstrom now able to get to the red line and get it deep. McNevin going to be the first one back there on it with Hennanen. Sundstrom looking to cycle. He'll get to McNevin on his backhand. Feeds it back. Belay to Armando. Glove stopped by Rask, and he'll hold right there. 9:02 left here in the second period. Ottawa with a 4-1 lead. All 4 of those goals coming in the first period. 3 of them off the stick of Bobby McNevin with the first period hat trick here for the Mounties tonight. Faceoff will be one to Belay. Slap shot. Blocked down in front, and now Alois Woodard will skate away with it. Alois Woodard flips it up ice to Vico. It'll now be Breckenridge knocked off. And Abraham Vico across the blue line. Vico pressed to the boards there by Michelson. They'll continue to fight. They'll fight there in the corner, Michelson and Vico. And now Hennanen will get away with it for New York. He flips it up to DiFolino, to Nash, just onside. Sebastian Nash to the middle. Michelson can't get the shot away. Was blocked and deflected in front. Vico now for Ottawa. He'll get it up to Laflame. Laflame tries to cut across. Flips it towards the middle and it's picked off. Sebastian Nash down low. Stop there. Good opportunity for Jimmy Krause on that fourth line for New York. Flip to the middle and Laflame. He'll now go cross ice to Belay. Peter Belay will go to Alois Woodard. Up to Vico. Vico to Laflame. Laflame flips in. Rayo Heinonen on it now. Heinonen turns, gets it over to Holenbeck. Holenbeck up ice to Clarkson, knocked off his stick there. Blaha to Schneider. Schneider will lose it there. It'll be Alan Breckenridge. Goes cross ice to Sharev. Nicholas Sharev cutting in, feeds it back to Blaha. Stopped there by Rask, and then a stuff attempt by Blaha on the rebound, unable to go. Stretch pass now us to Westbrook. Good end-to-end action here. Ottawa still leading 4-1. So we are right at the 5:30 mark here of the second period. Puck is loose there right near the penalty box. It'll be flipped into the New York zone. Holenbeck on it first. He'll retreat, get to about the goal line, and then flip it back to Heinonen, who now goes on the attack with Emil Barron. Emil Barron stops, tries to feed it down low, and it's picked off by Blaha. Vesla fresh off the bench will look to go on the attack. Sharev now flips it in for Ottawa. Lindholm being watched there by a few Mounties, and he's able to get it up to Barron to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov, he'll lose it for a sec. And now a trip coming up here. Tito Westbrook going to be guilty of a trip on Carl Franks. Schneider, under 4 minutes now here in the second. Schneider goes all the way to the corner, feeds it behind to Vesla. Vesla gets it to the front of the net, trying to get a shot away, and it's knocked away by Rask and then touched by Lindholm. So easy trip call there against Westbrook as Franks just trying to skate away with it in his defensive zone. And now we'll have a face-off to the right of Rask. 3:38 left here in the second period. A 4-1 lead for the Mounties. This is our first power play of the evening. Armando stopped there by Rask, and he'll hold. Sundstrom against Clarkson now. Face off one by Clarkson. Back to Crew. Crew goes off the glass and out. It'll be Franks with it behind the net. He'll look to get up ice. Knocked away for a second, and now Vico will get it up to Franks. Over to Schneider. Luke Schneider tries to feed it up, and Clarkson will take it away. He'll get it over to Crew. Marlon Crew now with DiFolino. DiFolino will flip it in. Abraham Vico with it. He'll go up to Armando. Armando turns in his own zone. Under 3 left here in the second. Still over a minute left on the power play in Ottawa. Not really with much going to this point, but now they're on the attack. Armando down the slot. Shot gets blocked in front. Sundstrom with the stuff attempt. It's denied by Rask, and they'll be poked out of the zone by New York. So good opportunity there on the rush. They get a rebound. Unable to stuff it, though, was Joachim Sundstrom. Franks gets to the middle. Sundstrom blockered away by Rask. Another good opportunity for Joachim Sundstrom. Vico now. This one will be blockered to the wall. Sundstrom now behind the net. In front, they score. It is Steven Armando. His second goal of the game on the power play here tonight. So great pressure there by the Mounties, and it pays off. Great play behind the net. Sundstrom able to flip it backside quick to Armando, where he has a wide open, gaping net there that he's able to stuff it through. Breckenridge will have it back at the red line. He'll retreat in the neutral zone, back to Slavic in his own zone. Slavic will go cross ice to Laflame, back cross ice to Vico. Oh, and he's lit up there. Breckenridge down low off the post. Puck is free. Holenbeck able to get it away up to Heinonen. Kuznetsov to the red line. Alexei Kuznetsov will be hit hard there. Westbrook, shot stopped there by Vandelar, and he'll hold right there. Under a minute, sitting at 54 seconds left here. Each team with a goal apiece here in the second period. Ottawa leading 5-1. Both goals power play goals as well. So they lead 5-1, does Ottawa here at home against the New York Empire. Heinonen with it behind the net. The feet out front, stop there. Puck is loose, and it's going to be a penalty. Are they going to call interference? They are. So Vlad Shavakovsky, no, Slavic, my fault. Thought it was Shavakovsky. Vladan Slavic will go for 2 minutes for interference, just 33 seconds left here in the period. So unless New York's able to score in these 33 seconds, they'll have about a minute 27 of power play time. Oh, see, that was the thing. I had it Shavkovsky on the other side, but they had Slavic the side I wasn't looking at. That's my fault. So again, a minute 27 if they're unable to score here in the second period. Blaha able to get that first clear. So we sit with just 20 seconds left here in the period. Here at Adobe Systems Arena, I am Let's Talk with you. It's the Ottawa Mounties. Dominant performance here so far, coming off a great first period where they had a Bobby McNevin hat trick. 4 seconds left here. Nash down low to Barron. He scores, so they are able to tuck it away before the end of the period. On the power play, it will be Emil Barron. Able to be flipped out in front. I believe that was Kovalov again. With a great flip to the middle. No, it's Sebastian Nash, my fault. Flipped it to the middle and Barron tucks it through, and that's going to do it. So a second period, maybe a momentum shift there. They always talk about those last minute goals. This one here by Barron, can it get New York kick-started as they try to make a 3-goal comeback here in the third period. But until then, we're going to take a quick break. I'll be back with you for the start of the third period from Ottawa. All right, folks, welcome back. I am Let's Talk with you here from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Adobe Systems Arena as the Ottawa Mounties host the New York Empire. And to this point have a 5-2 lead on the strength of 2 goals from Steven Armando and 3 from Bobby McNevin. All 3 of the McNevin goals coming in the first period. New York's 2 goals coming from Sly Kovalov and Emil Barron. Franks with it now in the corner. New York, though, scoring with just 2 seconds left in the second period to make it a 5-2 game. So we'll see if that's enough momentum to get them kick-started here. As we're a minute gone here in the third period. They need a 3-goal comeback to just pick up a point here against the Mounties here tonight. Kovalov will take it away. Penalty coming up to Ottawa, though. Not what the Mounties need to do. It'll be touched up there in the neutral zone. It'll be a slash call against Abraham Vico. Face out now, coming between Sundstrom and DiFellino. DiFellino wins it back to Heinonen. Shot gets blocked to the corner. It'll be Kovalov on it. He'll try to flip it up high, and Vesla takes it away, but it's kept in the zone by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov down low to DiFellino, and he's denied there by Vandelar. Good stop by the Danish goaltender. And Blaha will flip it all the way down. That'll be on the stick of Kuznetsov, up to Kovalov. Fed across to Barron. Emil Barron across the red line. Over to DiFellino. DiFellino on the attack. He'll get it sticked away. DiFellino now in front. Barron stop. DiFellino. Another stop there by Vandelar. Kuznetsov and Vesla will battle for it there. Emil Barron to the front. Denied there. Puck hops it in the air. Easy enough for me to say. A one-timer from the point, and it's denied there. Doesn't get to Vandelar on net. 50 seconds now remaining here on the power play. Emil Barron will exit the zone. DiFellino loses it for a second in the neutral zone. He'll pick it back up. DiFellino feeds it to the front to Barron. Heinonen cross ice, and Blaha will pick that one off. And Kazimir Blaha able to get it all the way down. 20 seconds left here on the power play. So New York, an opportunity on the rush to get in. See if they can sustain some pressure. Barron stopped there. Shavkovsky tries to get it out, and now Sundstrom will have it on his stick. They'll retreat and then flip out on the backhand, and that will do it for the New York power play. So a few good opportunities there by the Empire. but unable to cash one in against Cameron Vandelar, standing tall on that penalty kill there. Barron to DiFellino down low. Kovalov, can't get a shot away. He had Vandelar, looked like out of position, but he's unable to stick it through. Puck will be kicked behind the net. It'll be Barron in front. Kovalov denied there. Might have been off the post. Kovalov in front. Another stop by Vandelar. They'll keep play going. DiFellino with the takeaway. Up to Kovalov. To Barron. Barron flips it all the way to the corner. DiFellino to Kovalov. Back to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov over to Heinonen. Heinonen to Barron. Over to Kuznetsov. Gets it over to DiFellino. To Barron. Neil Barron walks down. Shot. Blocked to the corner. It'll be Luke Schneider on it. Schneider hit hard there. Emil Barron now skating away. DiFellino down low and a denied there by Vandelar. Breckenridge now away for Ottawa. Alan Breckenridge across the red line. Enters the zone. Breckenridge tries to feed it through and Kuznetsov will take it away. 6 minutes gone here in the third. We still sit 5-2. It's where we entered the period. New York seeing if they can get it to a 2-goal game here in the third. And they will right there. It'll be Jimmy Krause. So Victor Lindholm sent one to the net. It looked like Vandelar had it stopped, but it came free for a second. And Jimmy Krause, the German forward, able to tuck one through and get the goal to make it a 2-goal game here in the third period. Puck will be flipped in. Vico now to Belay. Peter Belay. Just past 13 minutes left here in the third period. Vigo trying to get to the front. It'll be knocked off his stick, and Krause, the goal scorer moments ago, will take it away. Krause leading the rush with a slap shot. Stopped in front. It's loose. And now Vandelar able to hop on top of that and get the whistle. Face off now coming. It'll be Clarkson against McNeil. McNeil wins it back. It'll be Alois Woodard up to Peter Belay. Belay will kick it down behind the net. Clarkson tries to get out front and he'll be sticked away. Peter Belay with it. He'll go up ice. Sticked away there. Markov with it. Who feeds it over to Belay. Now to Knowles. Back Knowles. Being watched there by Paul. Edmund Paul takes it away. Puck is free and now it'll come to Lindholm up to Krause. Jimmy Krause up to Clarkson. Clarkson stops. Feeds it over to Lindholm. Tries to feed it across and will be taken away. Markov to Paul. Edmund Paul decides to dump it in. Blaha will have it. He'll kick it to the boards. Puck is still free there. Markov gets it up to McNeil. Tony McNeil across the blue line over to Knowles. Knowles across the red line. They'll lose the puck there. They'll continue the battle. It'll be Alois Woodard. Woodard in front. Denied by Rask. Great save there by Rask as he keeps this just a 2-goal game. Keeps New York in it as we hit the halfway mark of this third and final period from Ottawa. That down low, DiFellino stopped there by Vandelar and it'll be kicked away for Ottawa. Puck kept in, Michelson over to Paul. Paul down low, can't get a shot away. And Blaha looks to get it out of the zone. Lindholm will take it. DiFellino, shot blockered away. Tony McNeil. Puck is loose. Now it's pinned up against the boards right there at the Ottawa bench. Now at the red line. In between the benches, and Armando gets it over to Bobby McNevin. McNevin down low, stopped there by Rask, and he will hold right there. Joachim Sundstrom against Tito Westbrook now. And Sundstrom able to win it back. It'll come to Franks, go cross ice to McNevin. Down low to Armando. Armando feeds it in front. McNevin with a shot. Oh, and it's underneath Rask. He's able to get a glove on that and hold it there as the puck had hopped in the air. And Ellis Rask able to cover that one up and get the whistle. Great opportunity. Bobby McNevin looking for his 4th goal of this game. We sit 8-12. Left here in the third. Face-off won by Westbrook. It'll come up ice. Almost leaves the zone, but Ottawa able to keep it in. Blaha to Breckenridge. Unable to get a shot away. It'll be LaFlame. He'll turn. Now Breckenridge. Shot. Stop there. And Vico able to tap one home on the rebound. Abraham Vico. So this top line finally gets going and able to get one past Rask as it had been all the second line so far here tonight. But Ottawa now with a 6-3 lead at home against the Empire. Ramakers will flip this one in. Blaha, 7.5 minutes left here. So we'll discuss the standings and how this current result will affect that. Ottawa at 4 points. If the result stays the same, they'll get up to 7. They'll still be last place in the league and in the Canada division, but at least start to look a little more respectable. So the only team with still single-digit points on the season. New York, this loss will keep them in 3rd place in the America division and basically keep them right in step with what Chicago has been doing. Chicago losing their game yesterday to Detroit, their 2nd straight loss in a row. Deflected there. Clarkson now at the wing. He'll be knocked away. Puck comes out of the zone. It'll be Romainders on it. Romainders goes cross ice. And New York with the loss as well. They'll find themselves 5 points back of Minnesota for that 2nd spot and 10 back of Detroit for that top spot in the America division. Vesla will flip it in. Puck will come to Crew. Crew gets it up ice. It'll be Kovalov with it up to Clarkson. Clarkson decides to flip it in. First one on it is Shavakovsky. Shavakovsky goes cross ice. Now they look to get it up ice and it's turned over. Kovalov can't get through the maze of Mounties defenders. Kovalov tries to get it to the front again. It'll be Slavic that'll take it away. Under 5 left here in the 3rd period. Unless New York's able to get something here quick, it looks like Ottawa's going to be able to cruise to a victory here at home. Just their 2nd victory on the season if they're able to pick it up here. Puck is loose in front and it's taken away. Alexander Vesla now with it. Vesla gets to the red line and will flip in. Under 4 now. Hollenbeck with it. He'll look to get it up ice. He'll get it to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov to Barron. Emil Barron feeds it across. Stopped there by Vandelar. Good opportunity for Tito Westbrook. Sundstrom against Westbrook. Sundstrom wins it back. It'll be Franks on it. Franks tries to feed it to the front. Sundstrom goes between the legs. Good clearing pass there up to McNevin at the red line. Now Westbrook with the takeaway for New York. It'll come up ice. Hollenbeck now walks down the slot on his backhand. Can't get a shot away. It'll go just wide of the net as Vandelar pokes it away. Carl Franks with it. Franks to the red line and he'll flip in. First one back there on it is Henninan. He'll be pressed to the boards by Sundstrom. Henninan kicks it up the boards. It'll be Tito Westbrook. Westbrook up to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov across the line. Kuznetsov being watched there by Franks. They'll continue to battle. Sundstrom now with it. Joachim Sundstrom. Tripping call here coming against New York. As we said, with 2:02 left here in the 3rd. A tripping penalty. Sebastian Nash, the assistant captain, will take a seat for what looks to be the rest of the game here tonight. Ottawa 1 of 1 on the power plays here tonight. It was Steven Armando for the power play goal. Seeing if they can match New York with their 2nd power play goal of the game. Delay over to McNevin. Tries to feed it in front to DiFellino. Will pick it off. So there will be just 2 seconds left on the clock once this power play does expire if Ottawa is unable to score on it. If Ottawa scores on it, we'll have a 7-3 game and it will be even further out of reach. Laflame in front. Goes to the backhand and is denied. Breckenridge now in front. Tries to flip one. And Rask able to get his chest on that one and hold. Face off now, Laflame against Bowden. Puck is loose and DiFellino will pick it up. Minute 30, under minute 30 now. DiFellino to the dot. Tries to get it on net and Blaha will take it away right before he gets to his netminder. Breckenridge across the blue line. Feeds it cross ice to McNevin. Blockered away by Rask. Breckenridge in front to McNevin. Oh, and he just fires it. Might have been nicked off the blocker of Rask. In front. Puck is loose still and now Bowden for New York will get it away. Under a minute left here in the 3rd period as the Mounties looking like they're going to be able to come away, and a penalty now here. Penalty it looked like it needed to be taken as Bowden will take the tripping call. But there was a Mountie crashing towards that cage looking for a tip in front. Yeah, so Bowden kind of had to take that call in my estimation. But it leads to a 5-on-3 for the rest of the game here. Michelson wins it back to Henninan. Henninan will skate in his own zone. It'll be behind the net now. Armando with it. in front to Sundstrom, and shot goes wide. Now it'll be Schneider on it. Luke Schneider feeds it back, tries to get it to the point to Franks, and it goes wide of him. 35 seconds left here in the game. Armando trying to feed it down to, and it'll be Hennanen that'll pick it off for New York. Hennanen skates behind his own net, gets it up to Hollenbeck. Gottfried Hollenbeck across the red line and dumps it in. 20 seconds left remaining here in Ottawa. Sundstrom across the blue line. He'll stop. He'll feed it back to Franks. Tries to get in front. Hollenbeck will pick that one off. Hollenbeck up to Michelson. Michelson across the red line and dumps in. 5 seconds left here. Gets it up to Sundstrom. 3, 2, and 1. And at center ice, Sundstrom will hold there, and that will do it. So the Ottawa Mounties with a great win here at home. That first period, 4 goals in the first. After that, New York actually led the game with their 3 goals to Ottawa's 2, but it doesn't matter because that first period, it does count, and if everything that I've read in the hockey rules is right, the first period does count. So Ottawa comes away with the 6-3 victory here today. Enjoy these highlights, and we'll be back with you for the start of our post-game stats and information right after this. Welcome to the post-game stats and information here from Adobe Systems Arena in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I am Les Talk with you here as the Ottawa Mounties come away with a 6-3 victory at home against the New York Empire, just the second win on the Mounties season to this point. So we take a look at some of the team stats on your screen there. Ottawa wins the shot battle 32-31. New York, though, out-hitting them 38-24. Face-offs, another slight victory for Ottawa, 18-17 there. Penalties, even at 3 apiece, but New York able to come away with 2 power play goals, and Ottawa only able to come away with 1. Now, to be fair, those last 2 power plays for Ottawa were the last 2 minutes there when they weren't really looking to score, so you kind of can, accept that they didn't defeat them in the power play battle here tonight. We'll now take a peek at the team stats, the individual stats. We look first at the Ottawa Mounties. Steven Armando, the big point getter here, 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points and a +4 from the young Canadian. 6 shots, 1 hit, and a power play goal. Sundstrom with 3 assists, and then McNevin with the hat trick, all coming in the first period. A +3 for Sundstrom and a +4 for McNevin. Vico and Franks with 2 points. Vico with a goal and an assist, and Franks with 2 assists. And then single points to Breckenridge and Laflame on the Vico goal. Take a look at the non-point getters. We have Blaha, Slavik, Shavkovsky, Vesla, Markov, Schneider, Woodard, McNeil, Sharev, Knowles, and Belay. All with no points on the scoreboard today. And the only minus belongs to Vlad Shavkovsky as he comes away with a -1 today. Everybody else either a neutral or a positive here today. Our shots leaders, I have McNevin at 7, Armando at 6, Breckenridge at 5, along with Vico at 4, and then just a few people at 2. Our hits leaders, I see Blaha at 7, Slavik at 4, Shavkovsky at 3, and those are the leaders there. Now the goaltending, Cameron Vandelar with an A performance here. As he faces 31 shots, comes up with 21 saves for a .903 save percentage for the Danish goaltender. So very good performance out of Cameron Vandelar, something they've been expecting thus far this season from him and have not really gotten from the goaltender so far here. Now to New York on the other side of things. A lot of just single point getters. So we have Hennanen, Lindholm, Nash, and Kuznetsov all with assists. And then Kraus, Barron, and Kovalov with goals here tonight. No point getters. We have Clarkson, Hollenbeck, Paul, Rybo, Westbrook, Romainders, Crew, DiFolino, Michelson, Bowden, and McIntyre. DiFolino and Michelson come away with a -3. Edmund Paul, a -4 on the game here today. -3 also to Sebastian Nash. -2 to Lindholm, Barron, and Kuznetsov. +1s going to Hennanen, Kraus, and Clarkson on the game today. And I believe that's it. Nope, Kalen Bowden there at the bottom as well. Shots leaders, Tito Westbrook at 6. Tony DiFolino, bit of a surprise there with 5. 4 to Clarkson. 6 there to Kovalov to tie the lead, and then 3 to Barron and Kraus as well. Our hits leaders, Rayo Heinonen with 6, but Gottfried Holenbeck comes away with 9 here tonight. 3 also to Kuznetsov, DiFolino, and Michelson as well. And the goaltending, a disappointing performance out of Ellis Rask as he faces 32 shots, only comes up with 26 saves for an .813 save percentage. So another inconsistent bit for Ellis Rask here in New York. We'll now take a peek at some of the goals here from tonight. We'll look here. We'll go to the first period, see if we can see any of them. We'll skip to see the first, the McNevin goal here in the first period. I don't know why they give us all these angles. Here's one from the back. Bobby McNevin. And just, was it tipped or deflected in front? I couldn't quite tell. McNevin beats the defenseman there and fires. Oh yeah, so it was over the glove. That was the hat trick goal, the third of the first period for McNevin, and he fires it over the glove. Right here, we'll see another angle on it. Fires over the glove and able to beat Ellis Rask there. Take a peek at the second period. It's the first New York goal with Sly Kovalov in. We'll get this top-down angle. Kovalov just gets to the middle there and is able to beat Cameron Vandelaar. We'll see it now here as the play develops. Kovalov in. Nobody picks him up. Slavic does what, you know, they teach most defensemen to do, is let the goaltender handle the shooter. You take away the pass. And so he takes away the pass with Nash, but Kovalov able to just pick his corner and beats Cameron Vandelaar. Emil Barron now. Takeaway there for Sebastian Nash. Flipped in front, and Emil Barron stuffs it through. That was with 2 seconds left here in the second period. And then a great play. Joachim Sundstrom able to win that board battle, has it behind the net, and Steven Armando with a wide open cage. Ellis Rask, all he can do is sit and ponder what he could have done better there. And not much in my estimation, just beaten there by the Mounties. And then Abraham Vico with the final goal here. In front, Vico stopped there, and then he bats it through to beat Ellis Rask. And then Jimmy Krause in the third period picks up the rebound here from Lindholm. Puck was loose, and then he just stuffs it by Cameron Vandelaar. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from Ottawa. Again, we have one more game coming up tonight. The Montreal Mammoths will be in Calgary, a common matchup we've seen so far here in the early going this first month. Montreal with an opportunity to get back to tied for that division lead with Toronto and Calgary. Calgary, an opportunity to jump all the way into the lead of the Canada division with any sort of point here tonight. So that's going to do it for us here from Adobe Systems Arena in Ottawa. We're going to send you out to the Mammoth Center right now. I am Les Talk with you here in Ottawa. We'll see you in Montreal in a little bit.